Hello everybody, Merry Christmas or Merry Belated Christmas. For those that celebrate Christmas, I hope you had a wonderful day and I hope you've had a lovely holiday time. I have been quite busy. We had a wonderful Christmas day, and I really love this time in between Christmas and New Year. It's a nice downtime. It's been incredibly hot here, so I've been just stitching. Actually, I have been doing something but stitching because it just seems too hot to do much else at the moment. But I had promised that I would have a giveaway. It was going to be for Christmas, but we're going to make it for an end of year giveaway now. Just a thank you to everybody who's stayed with me this year. I'm a bit on and off, but I love my crafting. I absolutely love my crafting. So I do want to say thank you by having a little giveaway. Just, nothing huge or anything like that. Some of the things here are things that I have too much of, or I have no need for. So I've popped it into a giveaway. I think that's a good way of sharing what you have. Now, one of the things was this lovely paper patch, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's in purple tones, and I very rarely ever use purple, so it would be better off with somebody who loves it. I mean, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, but they're just not my colours. So that is going in the giveaway. And I have managed to split the bag a little bit, so I am sorry about that, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. So that is one thing. Another thing I've put in, now I have this stamp set, and at some stage there was a mix-up. We had a mix-up. This is from Paper Inspirations. It wasn't this year, when I was getting the mystery boxes and things like that. I placed some orders and everything. We had a bit of a mix-up. I ended up with 2 of these, and Sue did say to me, don't worry about it, pass it along to somebody else. So I'm popping that in the giveaway because it's been put somewhere and I've forgotten, and this is brand new. I've scribbled the price out, but it's brand new. It's a Kathy Holden one, so that is going in the giveaway as well, courtesy of Paper Inspirations, I'm saying. I'm also putting in some fabric pieces, the embroidered tulle fabric. This one is just lovely. It has a floral design. Let me see, there we go, that you can cut pieces out for your crafting. So I've put a very generous amount of that in the giveaway as well. Also a small one. I didn't get as much of this one, but it's a double-sided border. It's a double-sided border, so it's top and bottom. So you get lots of images there that you can cut out and play with in your crafting. Now, you may see on these 2 pieces of embroidered tulle, they're cut quite crookedly, and there's a reason for that, because I did not want to cut straight through one of the designs, so that's the reason they look a bit crooked on the end of them, just so you didn't get half an image or something like that. I also have this little zipper bag. This, I think, was in a mystery box at one stage, so I haven't used it, so I filled it with some goodies, and these are all going into the giveaway. There is a stamp here. I have never ever used this stamp. I think it may have been gifted to me quite a few years ago. It's a lovely little fairy or little girl in a flower thing. It's a Primus stamp, so that is going in. Also a lucky fish. I somehow ended up with a little packet of lucky fish that I did not order from Temu, and so I'm popping in a lucky fish. Pass it along if you don't like it. I've also got this beautiful tassel. It's got a lovely top on it, but once again it's in purples, and I just don't do purple very much. Saying that, all these are going on. All these purple ones are going on. They're only small rolls, but somebody who likes purple is going to have fun. I also have two Christmas washi tapes as well. I have these, and I love these, but I got 2 boxes of them, and I don't need 2 boxes of them, so I'm using 1 box, and I'm putting this box in the giveaway. So they're lovely, and they're probably about the same amount as what is on there. There's not huge amounts on there, but there's enough. And they are translucent, so that is going as well. We have this animal, I think it's got dogs and cats washi tape. It's very lovely, but I rarely ever put animals and things in my crafting, so I'm passing that one along as well. And this beautiful, they're stickers. Now I have one, here we go, I'll give you an idea, because that one isn't open. This is the sort of thing it is. Just let me, here we go. They're washi tape stickers. You can peel them off quite easily. See? So they're not shiny or anything like that, but it's in purple. Not a colour I use, so I've popped it in the giveaway. And this, I received 2 of them. I'm not quite sure, but I love mine. I clean my desk with it. They're meant to be like car interior brushes to get all the little bits of lint and things out of your car interior. But as a crafter, I get a lot of that on my desk. So this has been so useful. So that one's going in the giveaway as well. So just let me pop those back in there. And then there's one last thing for the giveaway, and this is what I've been doing over the last few days or so. So cute. Okay, so this is going in the giveaway also. There we go. Ever so sweet. This is one of my mini sewing machine pincushions. It's all padded. It's all stitched. I've done this slow stitching and decorated it up. And I thrifted this little box, so the box is not brand new. And this gorgeous ribbon around the bottom here is from Lavish Laces. Isn't it beautiful? It was just perfect for this. I put book paper on the top here, a little flower there, lots of little beads and things like that. I'll bring it up close so you can see it's all hand stitched. And because this is a half size sewing machine, it was very easy to stitch once it was stuffed. If you do a larger one, it may be a little bit more difficult. I haven't hand stitched a larger one and decorated it up, but the small one is very simple, and this is printed out at half size. This is a pattern that I have in my Etsy store. I have this, and I have a vintage style boot, and they're normally bigger than this when you print them out on an A4 size paper, copy paper. But I've just reduced this by half, and this is the size you will get. I put lots of I made the sewing machines a few years ago. I've got a drawer with little stuffed sewing machines in, and a couple of larger ones. And I decided I wanted to try slow stitching it. And so the base was already made, and it was just fabric with lace over the top. And then I just started adding little scraps of lace, scraps of fabric to it, and just running stitch all over it, a little bit of ric-rac, a doily on top, some beautiful embroidery off a tablecloth or table runner. I've just put some trim around the base of it, and I've gathered up some green fabric and glued that on. The bottom has to be glued to the box, but the rest of it there's no gluing involved at all. Little flowers I've made here, and I've just done some longer stitches around the bottom of it, and some French knots and some loose French knots. It was such fun. Little scrap of lace that I've gathered up there, and just an offcut of the green fabric, another green fabric, and tied a bow there. 2 Suffolk puffs or yo-yos, and a mother of pearl button in the center there. That's to depict, you know, the turning wheel. This is actually a stick pin. It's a beautiful stick pin. It's been in my cabinet for years. I love it, but it went with this, so I'm sacrificing it, and I've just stitched a couple of flowers, and they are stitched, they're not glued. And I've popped the stick pin in the top there, and it kind of gives that appearance of being the little cotton reel on top. On here I have these, what are they called? I don't know. These little things, they're bead cap things, but they're like a lily shape, and it just worked really well for this part here. And then I've popped my pin in. What I did with the pin was I got myself a pale, I think it's more of a pearlized pin. Why has this one got glue? Okay, I got a pale pin, and then I got my cutters, and I cut the sharp point off so that it was not sharp, because I wouldn't want anybody hurting themselves on it. And then I just got a nail file and made sure there were no rough edges around that. So it looks like a needle in there, just to give the idea of it. So that is the prize. And inside, and you kind of have to, because there's no way to open this little box. It's got a magnetic closure, but there is a tiny little gap. So I find if you just pop your little nail in there, it opens. And so I've covered the inside with some book paper, because it was secondhand and had a few age spots and things like that in there. And what I've done is I've just taken a few offcuts out of my basket and off my desk, and I've popped them in here, because when you're doing slow stitching or crafting, you don't always need big pieces, you know, like you can use half a doily. So I've got that in there, a little bit of braid, and some ribbon, a little bit of blue lace there, just a scrap of fabric. Actually, I meant to press that. I'll have to press that one. Another half a doily, some more braid and ric-rac in here. I've put my name, handmade by Jeanette, my Cottage Crafts, and just a little bit of sari silk, an offcut of lace trim, a floral image that you could use in your slow stitching or crafting, and just a piece of beautiful lace there. It's had the top cut off it, but very, very usable with your stitching. This is the green that I runched up around the base of the sewing machine. I cut it in half, because I cut it in half lengthways, and then did a running stitch all the way down and pulled it to runch it up. So there's more than enough there, you know, to play with. And this I recently, for my son's formal, actually made myself some nice pants, and this is the fabric that they were made from. I had some offcuts, so, but great for if you're journal making and you want a tie for your journal or something like that. It's like a crepe fabric, so there we go. That's what I've got inside that little box there. And some flowers, just some little pink and white flowers in the bottom there. Right, I'll put these away and then I'll be back. Okay, all packed up neatly. I did press that little bit of fabric as well. Now, when I was making this for the giveaway, I was so happy the way it turned out. I thought, I wonder if anybody else would enjoy making one of these. And like I said, I've got these little sewing machines. Now, I had two identical ones. I had this one. You can see it's got kind of a lemon background on it. I had two. This one and another one. And I was going to use the other one as a little kit. But it's gone missing. And I have a sneaky suspicion Beefy may have taken it. So I've got my eye out for it. I don't know where it's gone. I know I had two, but it's disappeared. But, like I said, I do have others. And I've put together a little kit, just in case anybody is interested. Unfortunately, this particular one has a couple of little spots, because they're usually made from pre-loved fabric, see, and the underside of that lace, it's not on the lace, I don't think, could be on the lace, regardless, it has a couple of little spots there, so I will reduce this in price, this little kit. So you get a little stuffed sewing machine like this, see, it's got a base on it. And if you watch my tutorial on making these, it shows you how to put it on a box, you know, properly. Because you might you might find your nose is dipping a little bit. This part here might look a bit like that. The idea is you glue the front of your sewing machine, you let that dry completely, and then you pull it back like that. And did you see it? It sort of sits it up straight. You can do it that way, or when you put it on the box, you can pack a little bit of folded paper under there if you feel it's dipping a little bit. But anyway, what I've done is I've put this little kit together. That will get covered, so I'm not too concerned about that. All the work is done for the sewing machine for you. I have put together to make something similar. It will not be exact, because these are made from my offcuts and things like that. So in here I have some flowers, I have some little beady bits for around the bottom there, and I've just put a bit of embroidery thread in there that I used on mine. So you can see I've used a couple of different greens, and I've used a couple of different pinks, and I've used the yellowy colour in the middle of the flowers. I haven't included plain crochet cottons. Most people have that sort of thing. So, but that's what's in there. So you've got beads, you've got flowers, you've got embroidery thread. Oh, and a couple of mother of pearl buttons as well. I've also put in here a couple of the little bead caps for the needle. I didn't put a pin in there, and the reason I put two in there is sometimes these crack in transit and things like that, so I put two in. or you could choose to use something totally different. I have used a variety of different things over the years for different parts of the sewing machine. So, you know, no two are ever the same. So I've got that. Let's just seal that now so I don't lose anything in there. Okay. So that comes with the little sewing machine, and then I've also put together a little package. Look at me promoting myself here. I don't normally do that sort of thing, but anyway, a little pack of goodies to decorate. There's more than enough. More than enough. And like I said, they won't be exactly the same. Like, I've got this flower here. I've put this one in. It can work the same way. So a couple of those, a couple of little bits here, a little pink doily, some rickrack. It's different colour to what I've got, or you can use exactly what you've got. Some braided trim, some of the green fabric to do the ruffly bit around the bottom. I've put in a couple of pieces of that same runner, and here's another piece of it. And lots of little pieces of fabric, because you only need tiny little bits of fabric on here to decorate it. Oh, that's just another idea I had. I thought, like, I put that one at the front here, but you could use something like that going up your sewing machine as well. So I popped that in. A couple of bits of fabric, just different shapes. Just a little bit there, embroidered fabric, just lots of little offcuts of flowery bits. Like I said, more than enough. You could use it in your other projects as well. They've all been pressed. So that one there. Just trying to keep them all neat and tidy. That one and that one again. And there's these little cherries here. I thought if you cut the cherries out, you can make those tiny little flowers out of them. A couple of polka dot. It's taken from an old patchwork. Some more rickrack, white and blue rickrack, some more trim, a little bit of, what's it called, gingham there. Pretty fabric. I'll take that all up like that. There we go. That fabric there, and a nice piece of that. That is my all-time favourite fabric, that one. That one, and it's the other one that I barely have any left. Oh, that one. This one here. It's such pretty colours. Absolutely love it. I don't know how much of that I've got left at all. Not a lot, that's for sure. But I love them all. There we go. So that will be a little kit available in my Etsy store for anybody interested. There we go. How's that? Oh, those two as well. Don't want to forget those. Yes, that and that. I'll put those in there like that. Together with those and the little sewing machine. You'll have to supply your own box, your own pin, and any other threads and things you want to add to it. But that's a little kit that I've put together to make something like this. I think it's ever so cute. Anyway, let's put that one to the side. And get back to our giveaway. Thank you for bearing with me there. I just thought some people may be interested in this, and if you don't want a kit, the pattern is available on my Etsy store now at a very, very reasonable price as well. So there we go. We have our sewing machine, we have our bag of goodies, and we also have our paper and stamp together with our lovely fabric pieces, and that's what the winner will win. And if you want to take part in this giveaway, what can we put in the comments? Something about having a wonderful new year, something happy and joyful. So take care, everybody, and I hope you take part in this little giveaway that I've put together, and I hope to see you all in the new year. I'll have the giveaway for a week. So today here is Friday. I will draw it next Friday. What date will that be? Oh my goodness. First, second, third, fourth. On the 5th. We will draw it on the 5th of January. All right. Have a wonderful, safe and happy new year. And take care. Bye. Okay. So after seeing the video of the little sewing machine, I thought it was a little bit naked over here. So I've added a little cluster in that corner just to help sort of let it flow through, and a couple of little blue and white flowers as well. There we go. I think I will add one of these flowers into the kit that I'm selling as well, because that looks quite pretty as the, you know, the little plate there. So I just thought I would share with you that little addition. I just think it sits a lot better now.